this is some sort of a cellular problem. The examiner would then say to you, tell me a little bit about hepatitis and give me an update on the viruses of the hepatitis. You tell the examiner, we are concerned with the inflammation of the hepatocytes in the liver. So the 5 cardinal signs of inflammation are present. Carnage and heat and redness and swelling and loss of function and pain. And the viruses that are involved, well, we all know about virus A, which we used to refer to as ordinary infectious hepatitis. Virus B, virus C, which is sometimes referred to as post-transfusion type hepatitis. The delta agent virus D, and the enteric form, virus E. They all exist and they all cause hepatitis. But before I go on telling you about these viruses in turn, perhaps I should just remind you that there are other viruses which cause hepatitis, and I was telling you that when I was telling you about the herpes viruses, the Epstein-Barr virus, infectious mononucleosis, in which the patients can become jaundice and febrile. So let's just now concentrate on virus A. This is a very small particle, 28 nanometers in diameter, and its genome is RNA, and it's not an enveloped virus. You can actually see the spherical particles underneath the microscope. So even though it's not an enveloped virus, it is extremely stable. And the proof is in the pudding, because it survives seawater and it can contaminate fish and therefore contaminate us in turn. Is it likely that you have had virus A? Yes, very likely, especially if you're from Africa. 25% of young people have had virus A. And if you are from overseas, that figure is much, much higher. We used to call it ordinary infectious hepatitis. Poor hygiene, contamination of food, poor sanitation, and that's how it spread. Is it harmless or is it harmful? Well, it's harmless long term, though patients at times feel desperately sick, desperately ill, and there is no specific treatment for it. Some patients get it much more serious than others. How do you know somebody has virus A? Well, you look for the appropriate antibodies, IgM, immunoglobulin M antibodies, and providing they're better, we can leave them alone. It hasn't got much relevance to the dentist